Hello everyone, welcome to The Real Mediterranean. My name is Michelle Beer and we are going to be making something super easy and yet delicious. And if you're eating keto or carnivore, sometimes it can get very boring and very repetitive with what we eat, right? Because it's just meat. I know for myself, I don't really eat any vegetables unless a salad. And it's nice to be able to switch things up, have some different flavors for your palate. And this is a really simple dish. It's a 3-ingredient dish, and it is ground turkey, green chilies, and Parmesan cheese. So here's my ground turkey, and we've got green chilies and Parmesan cheese. So this recipe originally came from, it was actually a rice dish that I learned about from years ago when I worked at a different job. And it was made with also mushrooms and rice. No to the mushrooms, and I don't do rice anymore. So we are gonna get this cooked up and get it all mixed together. So while I'm waiting for this pan to heat up, I'm just gonna spray it. And you know, you can also add some onion to this dish as well. That would be pretty tasty, but really just with the Parmesan cheese and the green chilies, it's really tasty, and I just eat it just like that. I don't eat it with anything else. You can make like a carnivore biscuit, which I can do another video on that as well. Those are super delicious too. So that's what my ground turkey looks like. It is from our local butcher shop. And I like it because it has no added hormones or antibiotics in it. And I'm just putting on a little bit of pepper for some flavor. Don't really need to do any added salt because there's quite a bit of salt in Parmesan cheese. It'll make it taste way too salty. So we're just gonna brown this up. So when you can get in a ton of protein each day, at least your minimum amount that you should be eating, we all should be hitting a certain protein goal a day, because one, you're just gonna feel better, and two, you can actually start to build muscle all by yourself with just eating enough protein every day. Now, my protein amount every day is about between 110 and 120 grams of protein a day. I know it sounds like a lot, but really if you eat a couple of eggs in the morning for breakfast, 2 pieces of bacon, maybe a chicken breast for lunch, and fish or steak for dinner, you've got your 120 grams in right there. It's pretty easy. And with me just eating this turkey dish and nothing else with it, it's very filling and very satiating, especially with the fat content in ground turkey. And also, when we can get in enough animal protein a day, it really helps heal our bodies. It balances hormones. It does a lot for us. And none of us really eat, unless we purposely focus on it, none of us eat enough animal protein a day. Sometimes we're just busy or we don't think about it, and sometimes we just don't feel hungry, right? Especially if you drink one of those drinks that has a lot of cream in it, that can make you feel full for a long time because of the high fat content in it. The other thing I wanted to mention to you as well, because they do make flavored salts. I went to this fair one time, it was a craft fair, and I bought this set of flavored salts, and one of them had salt, instant coffee in it, and cayenne pepper. And boy, was that delicious. When I would sprinkle that on certain dishes, it really was very tasty. So there are a lot of different ways to just make your carnivore dishes flavorful. Switching it up a bit, right? Juice is drained. Quick tip for that as we add in our green chilies. I just moved the meat to the side a bit in the pan, and I use a couple of paper towels to drain the juice. It's a lot quicker, a lot easier. I find it a safer way than possibly burning yourself with draining it into a can or into the garbage or however you do it. So we're just gonna let these chilies get nice and hot, physically hot anyways, because they are chemically spicy. And I did want to add in, for some more flavor, butter. And there we go. Alright. Butter is always better. Just makes it nice and wets the meat a little bit, gives it even more flavor. I'm probably going to add a little bit more butter in. All those good fats. You don't need a ton of extra fat, especially if you are wanting to maintain a certain weight or lose weight. You can leave that butter out to use coconut oil. And I'm going to let that cook up a bit and then put on the parm. Alright, Parmesan time. Now, I know I didn't put very much on. You can put as much on as you want or little as you want. I try to not really do dairy, maybe a little bit once in a while, because for me, it really irritates my joints and gives me a lot of joint pain. So I try to, for the most part, stay away from it. But yeah, sprinkle on as much or as little as you'd like. Taste test. You ready? If you like ground turkey, this is a really delicious dish. If you like a little bit of spice, it's perfect. So here we go. I've had this before, so I know I'm already gonna like it. Really good. Use more butter. Use a little bit more salt. Out of this world delicious. So I'm probably going to take 2 big tablespoons and put in my dish and gobble it up. And sometimes I do that twice. And you know what? I'm pretty full and very satiated afterwards. And that's it. Super easy, 3 ingredient ground turkey dish for dinner. It's great for leftovers, and if you're tired of breakfast foods for breakfast in the morning, heat this up and you're super full for a very long time.